Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. I'm John Branningham, working on revision. Sometimes you get to a poem and it's not quite working because it's a jumble, it's a mess, and it's just like you just want to scrap it. This is a very common thing. It's just like, there's just too much. I don't know, what's like pudding or something, right? I'm sure you have something like that. And very often what happens is you've not written one poem, you've written two poems, and you've put them together. What I want you to do is look for that jumble poem that you have, the one that's not working. Figure out what the heart of each of those poems are. What is the meaning? And in fact, because these are your poems, you can repeat images, repeat words, repeat stuff so that you can keep some of the imagery from each of the poems in new poems. In fact, that's a good thing. So now what you've written is a diptych rather than a single poem. You've got two poems that are using each other to say much more than an individual poem could say by itself. It could be that you split it out too, and you have a part one and a part two. When are you going to see this happening? When you're not sure exactly what the power of this metaphor is. We talked about metaphor yesterday. What the purpose of this image is. That kind of thing. And so eventually, it's like just I don't know what's going on here. It's just kind of a strange soup. Look for your longer poems. Usually, obviously, look for those poems that are kind of sticking in the back of your craw. I'm working on revising a poetry collection with two of my friends, Stephanie and Charlotte. We're all kind of working together to make a new collection. And this is kind of one of the things that I'm looking for in my own poetry. Because I tend to do that. I like to write long poems that kind of ramble a little bit. I like to see where that ramble takes us intellectually. But the danger of that is that I end up with these things that are kind of mashed together. Now, it is. I'm not saying don't do long poems, but make sure that long poem is always building on itself. If you take a look at Dulce et decorum est, which we've talked before about in this month, you'll see how he really stretches that poem and makes it into something. But it's perfect. It works on each level, right? Each new paragraph is saying something new, but on the same kind of theme. Each new stanza, what was that E.E. Cummings poem? There is some shit I will not. I sing of Olaf, Big and Glad, or whatever the title of that thing is. Everybody just calls it Olaf. Take a look at how he's able to extend that, but he stays on the same concept. By the way, one of the best anti-war poems ever, written by someone who had really seen war, E.E. Cummings. When you're done, I don't think we can post this. This is like 3 pages of work. Maybe describe what's being done down below, and we'll talk about it. Okay, I will see you tomorrow in 30 Days Till End.